Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my Thursday live stream, where we talk about photography and see what's new, what's going on. And today I have a special guest. Uh, some of you may know him, I'm sure many of you do. Robert De Dinato. He has a YouTube channel here, uh, and it's one of my favorite channels to watch. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of subscribers and or anything like that, but I've always enjoyed his photo walks, with his little dog Jerry, and, I think, I in some ways, I have a lot in common with him, and, it's hard to describe. There's a lot of parallels between me and him. We haven't really shot, photography since, high school or college, and then we picked it up again only recently, and we both started a YouTube channel about the same time, and, we both have dogs, and I could go on, but uh, I really wanted to have him on today so you guys get a chance to know him a little better. And maybe if you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, you should definitely check it out and consider that. But anyhow, I'm going to let Roberto tell you for himself who he is and what he's all about. One second. And I did start to stream a little bit later today. Normally I start like 10 a.m. my time, but now it's 6 p.m. And it's mainly because he's in Australia. So he's 14 hours ahead of me. So it's like 8 a.m. in the morning for him right now. Okay. I'll find the button here. Here we go. There he is. Hey, Roberto.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Jerry.
Good, good. Oh, look at Jerry. He's
Hey,
awesome.
hey,
Or
I got
she is. I'm
Jerry in
sorry.
here. Jerry, Jerry Lewis. So, how's it going,
Yeah.
everyone?
Did you
Thanks, Rob, for letting me on and, putting my spiel here.
no, no, I think like I said, I just love your channel and I don't know how many people know about your channel, but I wanted to
No,
try
not
to
many. No, not many.
let people know because I think you have a terrific sense of humor. Like I really love that video you did with the German Hitler thing. That was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, I'm trying to like, I know I'm only learning the photography, so, and I had a passion also for video editing and stuff, so I thought, oh, I'd marry the both of them together, you know
Hmm.
what I mean? And what's the best platform for that? YouTube, I guess, I try to be funny, but sometimes, you
Yeah,
know, sometimes you try to be too funny. So it's funny. Some of the videos I'm not even trying to be funny, and they just turn out to be a bit zany. But uh,
yeah.
yeah, so that's why I've been watching. I mean, really, um, I'm really your biggest fan, really.
Come on.
When you not in the sense of learning how the hell these cameras work, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then uh, it would start when I first got the Olympus, because I got the EM10 just like you. I think
Hmm.
I saw it in a magazine, and I'm like, oh wow, that's like a retro, full on, because I really like retro stuff from the 70s. I didn't even
Hmm.
know about the OM1, the original film camera, but I just like that 70s look, and I thought, oh, here's an OM1, EM1 Mark EM10, sorry, and I thought, "Oh, wow, I wanna buy that,"
Hmm.
because it's got the silver. I like the silver and stuff, and the bonus, it's a proper full-on digital, and, it's cheap too compared to the OM1, the EM1. I keep saying OM1 now.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
They've converted me now to OM1, so,
Right.
yeah, I mean, and that's how, but yeah, it's, thanks for letting me on. A bit nervous actually.
No, I know
And
that's weird because you're like a YouTuber. It should
no,
be
but it's
the
different. Yeah, because when you're
oh,
doing
that's
videos, you're behind a curtain. Now this is, but yeah,
yeah.
so
But
yeah.
when you make your videos, honestly, you're doing a much better job than I am with the vlogging and everything.
Oh,
It's
yeah. The
it's
technically wise, yeah, I'm a bit novice still, but um, it's like uh, I'm trying to I don't know whether I have to concentrate on the video editing or the photography. I'm trying to learn a lot more tricks and stuff on the video side of it,
Mhm.
by putting I mean, they're pretty average. They're cutting people out. Like I try to cut Jerry out so she can be, what do you call
Yeah,
that? Masking or something. Yeah.
right.
But yeah, the whole idea for me was to just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Originally, I tried to be like you and do tutorials, but
Right,
there's
you do
such.
have a few tutorials, yep.
But what I did, the idea was this: uh, get the manual out.
Uh-huh.
This is the manual, the EM10 Mark II manual, and I thought, right, how am I going to go through this bloody thing?
Oh,
uh, so I started reading the manual, and I thought, how about I do a video of each chapter, you know what I mean? And I'll put
yeah.
it on YouTube, and I thought, stuff it, because everyone on YouTube says, stop stop thinking about doing a channel, just do it.
Mhm.
Even if it's crap, just do it anyway. So I said, all right, I need something to do, so I want to learn the EM10, and I said I'll do a chapter for I'll do a video, what's M, how to do P, S, M,
Mhm.
focusing. Some of the early videos I watch back on it, I'm thinking, what the hell was I talking about? It's like, what? That's wrong. Like, even like later on, once you've learnt it, you know.
Right.
But then, like everyone, once you get bored of this, bang, Rob Trek time. Because
No, but
it's so much easier to watch someone explain it to you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I think, well,
Uh,
that's probably that's your biggest. That was like the EM10 was the thing that everyone watched. That's your biggest one, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, when you have a live stream, I'll come on and be a guest and tell you all about it.
Actually, I got to learn all that. Yeah. So,
But
but yeah,
the
that's
reason
that's. Oh,
yeah,
go.
one of the reasons I wanted to have you on is because I wanted to inspire some of the viewers here maybe to start their own YouTube channel as well. Because if you and I can do it, anybody
Ah,
can. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
'Cause it's just a matter of just turning the camera on and it's so much easier now.
Well, that's the reason, like when 2017, 2016 came along, I mean, it was all geared up. Anyone could do it now. I mean, even earlier, you
Yeah.
had but now with the software and the way YouTube's set up and that, like I'm trying to do now, my sister, she wants to get in on it,
Mhm.
and she wants to do a vlogging channel,
Yeah.
but she can't edit. Her editing
No, they
sucks.
got very simple editing apps too.
Yeah, now they have, but even then she's hopeless at it. So that's what she does. She just goes out and does all the videos, and then she bloody puts it on Google Drive and go, there you go, Rob, make something out
Oh,
of that.
nice.
I'm like, do you know how hard it is putting a video together? The time
Yeah.
consuming. I mean, I'll start in the morning and I won't finish on the weekend, and I won't
Mhm.
finish till like, bloody, yeah, 10 o'clock at night. Like a good 12 hours just sitting there. My eyes are going crazy,
Oh, I
just
know.
editing, depending on how much effort you want to put into it. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it,
what
time flies
editing
if you
software are you
enjoy it.
using?
I'm using the Sony Vegas. It's not Sony
Oh,
now
okay.
anymore. Vegas Pro 18.
Okay, because
It
you have a
used to,
lot of those, effects that I don't have. Because I just use DaVinci Resolve.
yeah, yeah. The Vegas has all these, yeah, things you can chuck on. I like a lot of people like some of the little things you can do with the photos. You
Mm,
can make it into an arty farty type and transition and stuff like that.
yeah.
So, but I used to. That's if with YouTube, um, doing the vlogs, the easy part.
Yeah,
Filming yourself and whatever. It's the editing. That's where a lot of people, that's what makes or breaks it really.
right.
Obviously, but the whole idea, obviously, like I said, get out there and do the photo walks. when I transitioned from, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna stop doing tutorials. No one's really watching." Uh, it's all a lot. I'll leave that for the experts, And I thought, get out there and the photo walks. So I enjoy that the most,
Yeah,
because you're out there, like everyone says, just get out there and take some photos. You know what I mean?
right. Well,
And the
the
photo.
tutorial that I liked that you did actually was the one when you were, recording your Super 8 film,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
And
That
I didn't end up doing it the way you showed, but, it inspired me to get it done for myself 'cause I have a stack of 8 millimeter, from my
Same.
family.
Yeah, I mean that's where I started really, like getting into the creative side of everything.
Mhm.
In 2004, I had like my dad's Super 8 videos from the 70s, and I had
Yeah.
like so much of it. There was like about 80 hours worth or something, or not that much, but it took me 6 months uh,
Wow.
putting it on. And I bought that little box where it bounces off a mirror,
Yeah.
and then it was good because unfortunately my mum passed away 2 years later, so I'd gotten it on to film onto DVD. I made DVDs, little
Mhm.
case, and I handed it all out to the cousins and stuff and the
Yeah.
uncles, and they're going, "Wow, we haven't seen this for years," because everyone's
Yeah.
film project, the film projectors, they're all none of them work anymore,
Right.
or the bulb is gone or whatever. And I told my brother, I said, "Shit, we better get this onto digital because I don't know how long this film's going to last." And it's just easy. And then they loved it. All the cousins loved it. But
Mhm.
it was a mammoth 6-month project of converting all the Super 8. And then she got to see it before she passed away, and my dad too. So it's really good. If anything, we're privileged, Rob, really, to have parents who took those footages when we were kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one. I mean, I don't know a lot of families they had photos, but they never had Super 8. So
Yeah.
it's real. I feel really privileged that my dad did that. You know, uh,
Mhm.
yeah, he was the original YouTuber. my my dad.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's
yeah,
ironic.
Super 8.
Some people are trying to shoot they still sell Super 8 and people buy the old cameras and,
Yeah, I watch a
uh
few shows. It's expensive though.
yeah. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
$25 to buy a roll and then, like, another
3 minutes.
25 to get it developed.
Yeah, 3 minutes worth.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah, there's no 30-minute limit on that on those cameras. It's all 3 minutes there. So,
Yeah.
but that's good too because I mean, obviously for family's sake, but I use it also in my videos. Um, you know, for YouTube.
Mhm.
It's a good topic. Like I did that one where I went to Sydney with the old classic. What do you call it?
Yeah.
The old trip.
Yep. I
That's a
remember that
beauty,
one.
that one. Yeah. And I thought, oh well, I'll make it like it's we're back in the 70s, and
Yep.
I had Super 8 footage, and I incorporated that. So yeah, that Super 8's unreal. So yeah, but that's where I started. Like I started getting into converting Super 8, and I had to learn, all about frame rate, things like that. Like
Mhm.
I don't know what's um, converting it because back in the early 2000s, we're not blessed with what we've got now. I mean, even my brother, he used to use Pinnacle, and his PC used to crash all the time. Because video editing back then was full on. You really needed a fast computer and everything. I
Yeah.
mean, even now. But yeah, that's where I got into it, and then so a bit about me, really. I really got more into this is like obviously it's not my full time job. I'm in IT. I work in IT. It's
Mhm.
a boring 9 to 5 job.
Oh,
uh,
so you do have a day job.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I work for a big telco in Australia for an Indian company. So Been doing that for about, I don't know, 20 years or something.
Wow.
Uh, that's why I hang for the weekends. Yeah, it's not enough time to learn photography and enjoy it.
Mhm.
So, like a lot of people, I guess, you hang for the weekend,
Yeah.
find uh, and try and get as creative as you can on the weekends and stuff. But yeah, but then I've always been dabbling. I did a lot of I got into websites and stuff as well. I started a website called Preview Films,
Mhm.
um, and with that, I started reviewing movies because I'm a big bit of a movie buff,
Oh,
Star
wow.
Wars, uh, and I did it. It's funny in parallel. I like with the YouTube, I did it to learn how to HTML and everything. How to do
Mm.
web design and stuff. So I
Mhm.
thought I need a project. I said, stuff it. I like movies. I'll do a movie site. So and that's how I. So I think that's a good way to learn is to start a project, whether it's
Mhm.
crap or not. I mean, the website was pretty crappy, but
Yeah.
um, so I started reviewing movies. And it's funny actually. There was the time when Twitter came along and was really big, and because I was not talking. I was watching that. What's that, Natalia? That guest you had last week or 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Rosella.
Mhm. Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie, sorry, yeah. And she did a thing about like Instagram, what it's all
Uh-huh.
about. Remember that she did a couple 2 weeks ago or last week or something,
Yeah.
and she was talking about like how you can Instagram, is it good for photographers and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and I was kind of in commenting on the sense, well, um, places like Instagram and Twitter, they're really good for promoting yourself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So because when I was doing that film, that website for, there was a guy on Twitter who said from Paramount Pictures in Australia, and he
Mhm.
goes, "Hey, do you wanna come to like uh, what do you call it? The pre-events, whatever they're called, the
Yeah.
premieres of all the
Right,
movies."
right, the premieres.
Yeah, so just from me starting a little stupid project,
Huh.
next thing you know, I'm at the premiere. I mean, me and 50 other 100 bloggers,
Yeah.
uh, and then so that opens up
Oh.
doors. That's what I was trying to say. Like these Instagram, Twitter, it's a good thing to open up doors.
Mhm.
And progress and stuff like that. I never really took it any further than that. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I started to go and I went to a few of the premieres of Star Trek. It was 2009, I think, the first Star
Wow.
Trek movie. Superman. Got to see. I mean, Russell Crowe and all that sitting.
Mhm.
Super. So yeah, it really opens up doors. So that's where my creative side sort of came in, was through websites first,
Mhm.
uh, and then with photography. Uh, well, you can go back to high school.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, same as like and then I enjoyed it. It was my brother really who was the photographer. He got into the old Canon AE1. Remember that?
Mhm. Yep.
the 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 there's another one. There's a different version, the program mode one, and this was 1983, 1984.
Yeah.
That's why I started learning from that because my brother's older, so every hobby he did, I
Huh.
followed. You always follow your big brother's
Yeah.
hobbies. So and funny enough, I actually even went to for high school uh, in year 10. I don't know what that is in America. What's when you're 16? What's that when you're
That's
16? And
high
that's
school. That's
sophomore or something.
yeah,
What's soft?
10th or 11th grade, yeah.
Yeah, and they did a work experience, and
Mhm.
I chose photography. I didn't even
Hmm.
know what I just chose it because it was it was there, and they sent me to the Department of Agriculture in the city.
Mhm.
I got to see that. I got to develop stuff. Yeah, it was unreal. I don't know why. I just never followed through with it. but it's
Hmm.
come full circle, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
So
I
it's like
did in college. I didn't do much in high school, but in college I got into photography. I didn't take any classes or anything, but then when
no, no,
college
no.
was over, I didn't touch it again until like 2012, 2013.
Same, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 2017. When did the EM10 come out?
Yeah, like
EM10.
EM10 came out 2016, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, I bought it a year later. So
Mhm.
yeah, the twin kit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know, it's
best
just
kit.
I that's what I mean. It's like there's so many parallels, like I was in IT before.
Oh,
Um,
oh really?
yeah, yeah, I used to be a code monkey,
Oh,
HTML and PHP and another language called SAS and
oh, really? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, that's
yeah.
more advanced than me. Oh, I'm just doing backups and I look after data centers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The servers, data centers, I do a little bit of Unix, uh,
Okay.
but not.
Yeah, I was a DB2 guy, but
Oh,
anyhow, you know, the other thing is you wouldn't be doing all this for this many years. I mean, it hadn't been like a ton of like decades, but you've been doing this for about 4 years now, at least. And I don't know what you kind of you don't do all of this photography, buy these EM10s, OM1s, and then you start buying film cameras and going through all of that. You don't do that unless you have a certain passion for it.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like when you get stuck into a project and you want to learn it.
Mhm.
Mainly it's because you enjoy it. I mean, like the first couple of years. It's like I used to have the camera with me when I went to bed. I mean, it used to be
Yeah.
on my side table because I'd always
Yep.
be mucking around with it,
Same here.
Yeah, couldn't wait to get out there and do a photo walk.
Uh-huh.
My work got in the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then it's more when you learn something new, it's the creative process. So
Mhm.
with the YouTube too, that helps me be more creative, more on the like with the photos. Uh, I mean, I even put my crappy photos on there. I don't care. I want to show people that not every shot is going to be perfect. And
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I got 10% of my shots are good. The other 90%,
Yeah. Yeah, you're not
it,
alone. Trust me, you're in good
yeah.
company there. But I really
So
like your minimalist videos where you're doing the architecture
yeah, I will
and
when I because I got a friend of mine from LA, he's over there now. He got me onto that Peter Byrne, which
Mhm.
kind of like minimalism. And that's I really fell in love with that. I was trying to replicate it. Like I know, like you were saying, what's like one of the things. What's your favorite? But if you kind of watch my channel, I jump around a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't found my niche yet. Like I
Mhm.
haven't found my yeah. I like everything birds, minimalism. Uh,
Yeah.
because like when you're in that kind of discovery stage, it's like, oh yeah, I'll give sports photography a go. I'll go to the footy and watch. So I stuck my camera in. You're not supposed to, but
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah,
I said
I
in the video. The
well,
150 it equates to 300 millimeters.
right. Right.
Yeah, and at the footy at the stadium, you're not allowed to have 300 millimeters or more, because they consider that a telephoto, and they
Mhm.
consider. I don't know. There's some rules at the stadium, the football stadium, where you're not allowed to bring more than 300 millimeters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they consider then what are you trying to do? Like you're trying to sell the photos or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Some
So you're able to
commercial
get away
reason.
with the 150?
Well, it's 150. They're talking about 300 in full frame equivalent.
Yeah.
So when I turn up, I've got a 150, mate. Sorry, it's one. It's not 300 millimeters.
Yeah, it's 150.
So no one knows. Yeah, well, the security guard doesn't know anyway. Not that he asks, but
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so small. I mean, that's I don't know. I don't
yeah,
go to stadiums or games or anything like that, so I wouldn't
yeah.
know.
I mean, yeah, I like the footy, going to the rugby league. So yes, that's just a normal camera. Sneak it in.
Mhm.
Yeah. So well, like I say, the minimalism. Yeah. I mean, it's only recently I got into that, and it's because
Mhm.
I bought that book and I thought, oh yeah, and it's
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
something that's easy. Like it's not. You don't have to be too technical with minimalism.
right.
Um, it's all about the framing, and what you leave out rather than what you put in. Y-
Yeah, but that's, that you say it's easy, but it's not. It's like you got to have an eye for it kind of.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where the what do you call it? The composition comes into it. It's
Mhm.
99% composition, really.
Yeah.
Uh, should I add that, that fire hydrant in the corner? Like, is that
Right.
gonna, you know? So that's actually I've been watching. I think you got me onto him. The photography's eye. Is that him?
Oh yeah, yeah, the photographic eye. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's unreal. Like, yeah, he talks. But when the way he explains everything,
Mhm.
composition wise, like he really and shows you examples. That's I really like him because I even I make notes, on how to do the composition and
Mhm.
what it's for, what to leave out, what to put in. So
Yeah.
like I said, I'm
Wow.
always learning, always learning.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
something. I some videos I'll sit down and I'll take notes, but not very often. Most of them I just like I watch your channel. I just watch it to relax and enjoy, have
Ah,
a good time,
yeah,
you
my one.
know?
Yeah, that's just all fun.
And
It's just trying to be funny and get out there with Jerry. Oh, she's gone. Jerry, you're on TV. Come on. No. Eh, that's why I like your. I like when Ellie. She's just. What's Ellie? What dog is she? She's.
what kind of dog is she?
Yeah, yeah. Is that?
She's a mutt. She's
Uh,
mixed. I rescued her from somewhere and they have no idea what she is.
ah,
Um my guess is a little bit of hound, a little bit of bulldog, and a
oh
little
yeah.
bit maybe border collie.
Border collie, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's beautiful. That's why. That's like.
Well, she's
It's
black and
funny.
white, so
Yeah,
easy to take pictures of.
yeah, yeah. Well, there was one photo I liked the best, where you're sitting on and you're looking out, and she's sitting right next to you. This was in the early days.
Mm.
You're looking out over the ocean or something, and
Oh,
Ellie's
yeah,
sitting right.
yeah, yeah. I was on a
Yeah,
cliff.
on a cliff. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we're
was the
both
best.
looking
Yeah.
this way, and the caption I think I put was, owners look like their dogs.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think most people only tune into my show for Jerry.
That's
I've
enough.
got to. I mean, it was even one guy 2 days ago goes, "I only watch your channel for Jerry." I'm like, "Okay, thanks a
Yeah.
lot." Which is yeah,
Well,
which is fun. Yeah.
you make it so much fun to watch because you put the little captions and things.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
those are great.
Yeah,
And
Jerry's. I was trying to do a thing where she takes the photos.
mhm,
That was going to be my next project. Because I was watching a DP review channel guy. What's that DP review? Those two guys, they're Canadian, I think. Um, was from San Francisco,
mhm,
DP channel, and they had this thing where the future, like, can you take video grabs of 4K video? I think the
mhm.
Panasonic has it. It's called
Yeah.
4K photo, and I was
Mhm.
trying to explore that. So to make it funny, I put the Insta 360 on Jerry's back,
Yeah.
and I was going to take. Well, there you go, Jerry. You take the photos,
Yeah,
and
that'll be fun.
And I'm just thinking, why not? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really researched it too much, but why can't we take photos like, you know, could you? I don't know. Could you just
Well,
take
you
4K
could, but you'd have to, you
rolling
know,
shutter? I-
well,
I
even if
guess.
they got rid of rolling shutter, the problem is the exposure, shot to shot,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
You can't like sit there and you'd have to underexpose or overexpose. You're basically shooting JPEGs,
yeah. It
and
was yeah, it was 30 JPEGs per second.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you can't control the exposure for every frame. You're going to have several seconds of frames, hundreds of frames that are not right, and
yeah. To grab it. Yeah,
yeah,
well, it's just it's like I think it's hard to come up with topics on YouTube. Come up with
yeah.
another
Well,
idea. I thought, "Oh,
like honestly, I'd say half the vlogs on my channel are just I just tipped out the front door and brought my camera with me.
yeah, yeah, well, that's the beauty of photo walks. Like when you're saying, what's your favorite? I like street photography too.
Hmm.
Watch a lot of street photographers, but I get a bit shy when you're out there. Like, you
Yeah.
think, who's this guy with a camera? And I took the film cameras out with me, my OM1 and stuff, and tried to do a few. That really slows you down because you've only got 24 shots, um, and that's hard for street photography. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
another genre that I really like and enjoy.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of think more that with a dog, I'm more of a like you, the park type,
Yeah.
nature, which is less. In your face. I went to my local city, and it's like, oh, is everyone looking at me? Like,
Really.
what's how when you're a street photographer, it's like, what the hell,
I don't
You
know.
get
I
a bit.
wonder how much of it is just internal, like we think people are
It
looking at us, but they're
it
really
is,
not.
yeah. It's all internal. No one really cares.
Yeah.
They just probably think you're a tourist.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, unless you do like those crazy things where you go up to people's faces and start snapping.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
that's
that's
ridiculous.
what's nice about the Olympus cameras. They're kind of small, so they're not so
Yeah.
intimidating. When I took that Nikon DF out, I was like, my God, I felt like I was pointing a bazooka at people. It's so big.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big, it's bigger too. It's like they tried to do the old film, didn't they? With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's like
actually one of the smallest DSLRs, but it's huge compared to the Olympus cameras.
it's
Um,
funny, I've never shot a DSLR.
wow.
I've shot with an SLR, so I understand the mirror and everything, how it flops up and everything.
Hmm.
But relearning photography from the old days, I kind of remembered the limitations of the mirror. Actually, well, with a mirror camera, it they have advantages, don't they? So, but I kind of came back into it and only have done mirrorless. So this whole what you see, what you get is kind of like it's made it really easy
Yeah, yeah,
when you think like. I mean, that's the beauty of mirrorless. What you see is what you get. You can't go wrong. You
yeah.
know, flip your compensation up, flip it down. Is
Right,
that
right.
that looks crap. Oh, there you go. You know what I mean? That's mirrorless.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's why everyone's moving over to mirrorless.
right, right. And
So
it it definitely accelerates, I think, the learning process, right? Because with film, you could go through a roll of 24 and then everything is bad, then you have to try again.
uh,
Whereas with digital, you can chimp, right? You can take a picture, check it,
check
make
it. Yeah. Well,
adjustments.
when when I tried to get back into it, this was around 2006. I went and got a Nikon film camera,
Hmm.
and digital was kind of making its way in. I went and
Right.
bought it, and I thought, what the hell? You know, so this is crap. Not in the sense of it's the process. You know,
Yeah.
you only take so many shots. It's so hard. You don't see what you get. Get. I mean, even with the DSLR. So I quickly sold it and went and bought a Rebel. Remember the
Yep,
Rebel
the
T,
Canon Rebel. Yep.
the Rebel Ts. That was around
Uh-huh.
2006, and then that stayed in the cupboard. And I think I gave it to I think I gave it to my cousin. I can't remember. So,
Huh.
but then yeah, another 10 years passed, and then mirrorless came along. So yeah, you
Yeah.
beauty, even easier now. Yeah, with
That's
mirrorless.
funny. I mean, it's like I I bought a few digital, I bought digital cameras in between high school and recently just to capture, so a few, whenever I went out and did stuff, but I didn't take photography seriously. I just wanted to take a picture, you know.
Yeah, well,
Um,
the the Olympus MJU. That's my one that I had
mhm.
in the 90s, Instamatic, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
technically, I have been shooting Olympus for the last since 2000, since 1995, you know.
Wow.
Because the MJU, it's funny with Olympus because MJU, it was like a real sexy kind of camera, with the
Mhm.
clamshell thing, little
Yeah, I have
clamshell.
one.
Yeah, snap it open. I remember, yeah, you said you bought one like
It,
new old stock, wasn't it?
yeah, it was brand new
Mm.
in the box for $7.
God, Jesus, that's unreal.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
I mean,
believe my eyes when I went to the flea market. I was like,
but they're going for $500 on eBay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
wow.
I'm thinking I could sell it, help pay for my own one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, you got it. I saw the video yesterday. Um, you got the two rigs. Yesterday's one, the OM1, you took it out for a test run.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
was a train wreck. I can't believe it got so many views.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it because looking at that bird, because I went, I think 2 videos ago, I went birding
Mhm.
at the hide, and I'm telling you now, it's all about the focus, and if that can do that, what I saw in your video, it kept up with it. Um,
Oh, it's
well, it did.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, hang on, yeah, that's full. That white box is just keeping up to everything.
It
Uh,
really does. I just finished another video just before I started the stream here that I'm going to publish after we're done, where I recorded tracking Ellie in my backyard
oh,
running around. It's freaking amazing.
oh, really? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's got dog detect. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the animal detect, right. Dogs and
Yeah.
cats.
Well, that's got a
But
picture of a cat. Yeah.
it detects everything. But
Yeah.
it
Well,
definitely
I mean
got
that's
Ellie.
well, that's yeah. I
Uh,
mean that's a game changer, really. I'll buy it just for that.
yeah,
Uh,
that to me was one of the, because I did so many, I did my stream, then I was on Jimmy's stream, and then I did another stream, and someone, and I was asked, why would you get the OM1? I said, well, the new AF detect and the video
oh
features.
yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I didn't care about the super EVF and supposedly two stops better. You know,
And the backlight technology,
yeah, that that
the
stuff never
Bayer.
made a difference in the past. BSI, because when they went, because they've been making BSI sensors forever, and they put them
I
in
think
cell
even
phones.
well, yeah, even this Sony
Hmm.
ZV-1 has it, I think. I thought it was
Yeah,
some brand new technology or
no,
something.
no, it's been around
Uh,
forever, and it adds. When you have very small pixels, it adds a little bit of benefit to light gathering because the wires are behind instead of in front of the photocells. So you
all
save a
right.
tiny bit, but in in reality, it's not that much difference uh, with
Well, like
larger.
I mean, that's why EM10, EM1 Mark II.
Yeah.
uh, like I said, for I think even this is way beyond my capabilities. I don't even use half the features. I must
Well,
admit though, when I went from the EM10 to the EM1, big change. Like I noticed it. I mean, I don't
yeah,
know if it was
definitely.
the 20. I don't know because the 4 extra megapixels. It wasn't really that, but
Hmm.
just the. I mean, you know what it was? The grip. How good is
Yeah,
that? I mean,
yeah,
I
the
mean,
grip, but the
big
autofocus is so much better on the
and the
EM1s.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this is consumer, that's professional, so you can
Yeah.
really. I mean but that I even mentioned in one of my videos in my year in review.
Mm.
Uh,
I
well,
think I saw that one. I can't
yeah,
remember now.
that was all. It wasn't really alcohol in that video.
But
But yeah, no, the
yeah,
EM
with the
one,
OM1, the best thing is if you want to get into wildlife photography, this will make a big
yeah.
difference.
Oh,
Everything else is not, I would say is probably not worth dropping 2,200 bucks or what it is probably like 5,000 in Australia, but
yeah.
um
I think it's 3.5 grand here.
yeah,
Uh,
that's a chunk of change.
yeah. So I mean, to give me a little bit more. But like you said, it's all geared to wildlife,
Yeah.
especially with that. I mean, I got this one, Rob. Yeah. So
Oh,
maybe
that's
I
the
should. The
100 to
100 to
400.
400, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice
And
lens.
yeah, but I mean, I've been debating. When I saw bloody camera conspiracies get the 75 to 300.
Hmm.
um, because my style is out and about with Jerry, and I've
Yeah.
only got I've only got so many hands. And that's 75 to 300. I'll probably get it anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's only 400 bucks.
Yeah, that's why.
I
Yeah.
got a hood on it, so it's really only
Oh,
it only
okay.
comes to
Yeah.
here, right? But
Because that's
uh
that's that's the other thing. I know everyone harps on about, oh, Olympus, yeah, mobility, but it's true. Especially, I mean, I got Jerry tugging on me.
yeah.
I'm trying to film and I'm trying to take photos. So just in general, I mean, I've never been out into the woods, trying to film, hiking or anything. But I can understand where, you know, uh, people, mind you, I've never had a DSLR, so I don't. when you
It adds
when you
up fast. I mean,
Yeah, it's the glass, isn't it?
yeah, it's the glass and the
Yeah.
bodies are a little bit bigger. I mean, I know the Sonys are small now, but yeah, once you start tacking on the glass, yeah,
Well,
it's
see, that's now a lot of the argument now. People are saying it's what are you talking about? Everyone's caught up now. Everyone's just as light as Olympus now, anyway. But it's the lenses.
yeah,
They're
it's
not light.
definitely
They're not
it's
light on the lenses.
no, they're
Uh,
always gonna be big and heavy. Um
yeah, it's
and
because of
generally
the
cost more. Not always, but generally speaking, they
yeah,
cost more. I mean, you're not gonna find a an equivalent 150 to 600 at this price. Those typically go for about 800 to $1,000 on full
yeah.
frame, but Micro Four Thirds, it's only 400 bucks. Uh,
And then you've got those big bazookas. That
yeah.
what do you call it? Yeah.
But I'll tell you, David Crooks and I go out all the time, and he definitely gets sharper images with his 100 to 400 than this does. No
Oh,
question.
okay. I so it is sharper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sharper. This, camera conspiracies, he just does video.
Yeah, it's, he's only
I mean, yeah,
he's
if you're gonna look at 2 megapixel images, yeah,
yeah, no,
they're all
yeah,
the
he's only
same, right?
plus yeah, he only mucks around, yeah.
But yeah, I can tell you it's definitely sharper. I'd say
Yeah,
twice as
well,
sharp on the long end. On the
I'll
short
stick
end, like around 75 to 300, they're close enough, but it's when you start zooming out to 200, 300, 400, it's quite a bit sharper, and
well,
that's why
those
I'm
those
actually leaning towards a 300 f4.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Everyone raves about that, and
Yeah,
all the pros. Well, everyone on YouTube that I watch, even some
right.
of the ambassadors. Little Bear, that girl, she's one of the ambassadors. She does wildlife. She does all bears and stuff and rabbits on the
Hmm.
Olympus website. Um, she's a 300. That's it's tacked sharp and everything.
Yeah,
The
yeah, they're
only thing
nice.
like I had that Tamron. I like vintage lenses. You know, I bought that, the old Tamron from the 70s.
Wow.
So, and I'm thinking, I was using it, and I'm like, when you zoomed out to 300, it's like, where the hell is everything? But with the 1 to 400, you can zoom back, and then that's
Yeah,
the
and find
beauty.
it.
But
Right,
you lose light. You know, you can't get f4 with a zoom.
right. Um,
Uh, I think
when you think about it, right, the 100 or 400, what's the long end? It's like
5.6,
it's F5 to
six
F6 or something.
six six 6.3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's like a stop and a half. It's not that much difference from an F4, right?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well,
so it's
I haven't tested it in dusk and morning,
mhm,
which is kind of when all the birds are out. you
yeah.
know, so that I mean, I go mid some midday where it's like super bright. So um,
Yeah, that's the best way to use that lens. But,
yeah,
you know, even even F4 is a little bit rough if it's dark out, like
yeah,
early morning and stuff.
early morning, dusk and
Uh,
stuff.
but the thing is that lens is so sharp that
Uh,
even if you have to crank your ISO up a little bit, you still get great images
yeah.
because the
Well,
noise cleans up and the detail is still there. When you take a lens like this out, the 75 to 300, and you crank up the ISO, yeah, you're in a
uh,
lot of pain. Trust me.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'll stick with the 400.
yeah, I would stick with that lens because this is great in good light, and I can get decent images. Um, but as soon as the light drops and I have to get up to ISO 2000, 3200.
Well, like with the DxO, like I bought it after you bought it.
Mhm.
I can't believe it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like magic. It really is magic. I don't
it
understand. I don't
is.
know what the hell they're doing. I don't know. There must be some algorithm going on that's with that. But it's like, how the hell did that go from there to there?
No, well, it's a combination. They have their own optics calibration
Yeah, and you can
separate
download.
from the one that's built in. So that brings back a lot of the detail, and then all you have to do is remove the noise, right?
Uh,
And
whereas
it's pretty.
Topaz doesn't have that, do they? They just have
No, they
noise.
don't have their own optics module. So I think that's part of the difference. But
Because DxO, aren't they? They're like they go back 20 years, don't they? Like they've had websites that have every
yeah,
single
yeah,
light.
they've been doing lens tests and camera
Yeah,
sensor tests
that's
forever.
because I know a
Uh,
lot of people reference their website for how much light there is and stops and
yeah,
all that stuff. So
yeah, and
yeah.
and there's always arguments about how good their data is, but the thing is that consistency is important, right? When you're doing testing. So that's that's why and with the lenses at least, I found their testing to be pretty accurate. Like my results are very similar to what they found.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah,
so
with
even if it's not a great or perfect measurement, the measurements are consistent, day to day. So the difference is kind of like this, right? If you get on a scale and you weigh yourself and it says 200 pounds, right? And then you get on the next day and it says 210 pounds, and then the next day 190 pounds. You can't rely on the scale because it's
Yeah.
it's not consistent, right? There's a lack of precision. It may be accurate. I mean, you're right around a 200-pound kind of guy, but the precision is off.
The calibration, yeah, to get
Right.
it calibrated
But
is,
DxO is about, even if it's not accurate, they're very precise. Uh, and because if you get onto a scale and you weigh yourself and it says 150 pounds,
oh,
and you get on the next day, it says 150, then the next day, 150. That scale is extremely precise. It's just not accurate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I
Okay.
don't know. Have you been watching me? Because I think I just jumped on the scales
No kidding.
because I lost a lot of weight. It's
Yeah.
funny. I actually documented it in the video. Yeah, I used to be big. Because
Wow.
yeah, I was 100 and Jesus, 127 kilos. I don't know in pounds what the hell that is.
I don't know.
Uh, I'd have to Google it. But
Right.
it's funny when I was making the videos
Hmm.
over the whole year. My sister goes, "Have you lost weight?" When she was watching my videos back again, and I started going, "Hang on a sec." Yeah, I mean, I was obviously, but she goes, "Oh, geez, I can really notice it in every video." So
Yeah.
I made a funny video about that, my whole
Oh, I don't.
journey on of weight loss.
Oh,
Uh,
I missed that one.
oh, it's it's ages ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Pardon me. Yeah, it shows. You know how I say, "G'day, how you going?"
Yeah.
I did a year's worth of that.
Oh, wow.
uh, in my intro, a year's worth of intros, and it just
Uh-huh.
shows me losing weight. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
interesting.
yeah. I think now I got to do another year's with me gaining the weight back.
Yeah.
So
See, and
yeah,
that's where you and I parallel again, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was I was close to 200 pounds
Oh,
in
okay.
my early.
I have to Google that. What's that?
This was
Uh,
this was
uh,
actually in my early third. I can't remember now.
Same
It's
here.
so long ago,
Yeah.
but I lost a ton of weight. Like I lost almost 70 pounds,
Wow.
which
Jesus.
is a
Yeah.
lot, if
Yeah.
and now I've put about
It's
half of it back on.
same. Yeah.
I put all of
well,
it back, but about half.
when I got, I had to. Yeah. When you get to 50, I'm 50, 51 now.
Hmm.
You got to start looking after yourself, and
Yeah.
that's what helped with the photo walks.
Hmm.
Um, I was walking every day with Jerry. And I thought, oh well, hell, I'll bring my camera with me. It's another excuse. You come up with all these little things to do, little projects, little excuses, and they all, and
Yeah.
that help. Yeah. So there you go. There you go, folks. Photography will get you fit. Well, it's
Yeah.
true, really. Yeah, it gets you out in nature,
Yep.
and then and appreciating everything. Even if I mean, you don't have to show your photos to anyone. It's just, I think
Right.
the beauty of photography is when you nail one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you nail it and you think, oh
Yeah.
wow, I did that far out. I mean the camera did
Yeah.
most of the work, but whether it was a fluke by getting the right composition or just even the composition, that's I think that's what drives me the most is I want to get out there. I'm waiting for that epic shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't got that many epic shots. I don't think I have any. I mean, you go on Instagram and you're like, Jesus, how did he get that? You get a bit jealous. Well, I
Yeah.
do. You guys, how the
Sometime
hell did he?
you'll see like somebody, they hit it out of the park. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I look at Peter Forsgaard's 52-week challenge, and I see what other
I
people have did with the same assignment, but we
Same
all go out and
assignment.
do it.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh my
you're
God,
right.
look at that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
It's true. I
it's
find
like,
a lot of that's my grandfather clock. Can you hear that? Sorry about that.
I
It always.
can't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear it? It's bloody.
Mm-mm.
it always pops up in my videos, and people are hearing, "What's that ticking sound in the background?"
No, no, I don't
But
hear it.
like I was saying, I found a lot of the epic shots are all the minimalism ones. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's not that. I mean, fair enough. You know, the eagle clutching the fish. You know, that's
Yeah.
epic. You know, that's different. But it's those ones where I like the one. What's the slow shutter speed where you put an ND filter and you make the glass all
Yeah,
watery,
yeah, long exposure.
long exposures, things like
Right.
that. Um, and it's like it's the minimalism one, like epic shots of minimalism where it's like it's almost like a painting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those ones.
Well, like I
So
said, I thought you did a really, really good job on that minimalist approach on the architecture. When I watched
oh,
that video, I was like, wow, you nailed it right away.
well, I mean, I don't understand because that was just a fluke. Half of those shots, I didn't really even try that much. I just,
Huh.
I mean, I guess with minimalism, you can kind of like, you're right. It's all about composition.
Hmm.
There was no technique or anything there. With getting the light right. Things like that. That's the beauty of minimalism, though. Anyone can do it. Even that Peter, what's his name? The guy that in the book that I said, I
Oh,
got
I
memory
don't
block.
remember that guy's name.
Yeah, but his book, he's actually an Aussie guy in LA, but he even says, take your phone with you. You
Hmm.
don't need this. Yeah, get your phone because you're out and about, and
Right.
you might see a pattern, a crappy pattern on the wall, and you think, oh yeah, I could, yeah, snap.
I don't
you
know.
know,
I love architectural photography but I never, the few times I tried to do minimalist type stuff, it was just crap, And
well,
then I saw
I
your
even
video and you go out in one try and it's like, man,
no, well, I even say that, like I even say, well, what the hell? It's just a photo of a wall.
well, it
Yeah.
is and it isn't,
And it
it's
is and
like,
it isn't. And I mentioned, well, yeah, you're right. Minimalism can. I mean, it's not for everyone, I guess. But
yeah.
the beauty of it, and you can incorporate it in street photography as well, which I like. It doesn't always have to be about people, street photography, so, but it's
Yeah.
and you can utilize it for. I mean, I even wrote the notes. There's the beauty of composition. Watching that guy on the video, fill the
Hmm.
frame, leading lines, framing, diagonals, center the eye. I don't even know. I can't even remember what the hell that was for. Symmetry,
Hmm.
and of course rule of thirds,
Yeah.
which everyone
Patterns,
uses.
textures, lines, angles,
Yeah,
triangles. Yeah, there's
yeah.
a bunch of
So
stuff.
I mean, if anything, there was one comment. I think Plato. I think it was Plato, Patrick, one of the guys, because he
Hmm.
comments on my videos too. He goes, "Oh, Rob, you've discovered the photographer's eye," and I think like coming from like Patrick, I mean, he's a good photographer too. He does
Yeah.
a lot of ballroom dancing and stuff. Uh, I mean that's probably the best compliment I've had in 2 years because since I started, I
Hmm.
think that's what I've learnt the most. Not aperture and whatever, learning this and
Yeah,
learning
the
that.
gear.
It's the it's that I think anyway too. I mean, not 100% that I've discovered the photographer's eye. You know,
Hmm.
I've it's clicked now. When I looks at something, I'm not just looking at it. I go, oh yeah, I could, yeah, which is all about composition. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
I've got the photographer's eye. Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
like I should make a movie about it. Yeah, a science fiction movie. He's discovered the photographer's eye.
Well,
Yeah,
anybody could do
yeah.
it. You can do it.
No,
Like I said, I think your videos are just, I mean, you have such a good sense of humor, but sometimes it's like it wouldn't be much to turn it into an
uh,
actual like movie or show or something.
I
right?
mean, I rely a lot on fart jokes, so with Jerry farting. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I couldn't do it without Jerry too. So obviously she's 90%, 50%. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's just just a like I like how I remember your early ones, your intro, a guy with a camera.
yeah.
That was your
That's what I
that's
used to
your
put.
yeah. So with that classic CCT. Remember the
Yeah,
intro you did? There was a CCT camera, um, the CCTV camera that
yeah. The lens,
the lens. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
right?
And it just was. I'm just a guy with a camera. That's what I really liked about it. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Yeah. Which is represents all of us really, all the chat.
yeah.
Because I've been chatting for 2 years since the first live stream started. Was that been two
Hmm.
years now or 1 year?
Yeah, I've been
Uh,
I've been streaming for at least 2 years now. Yeah,
2 year, wow, yeah. So yeah,
yeah,
that's just like all of us in the chat. We're just guys and gals with cameras.
yeah.
That's why we can all
Exactly. I
relate.
just go out and I shoot, and I just
Yeah,
have
we
a
can.
knack for you know, all the little details right in the menu. But
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean,
but when I
that's
go out and take pictures, I'm just like everybody else. I'm like, well, that sucked.
yeah.
Know.
Oh, you're good at losing your car too. So
Yeah, I'm getting better, but
where the hell did I park my car?
that is a problem though, because you get out and you start walking for a few hours, and then you're like, oh man.
I got a
And
parking
every
ticket
street
last
looks
week.
the same at night.
Oh yeah, well you go Alexandria. That's
Yeah, yeah. Because I'll
yeah.
park during the day, and then by nighttime, the street lights are on and every road looks the same. And I just
Well, that's why we're here. I've got to go more to the city. I think that's why I got to get out more into the city and start doing. Isn't there street lights this week with
yeah,
Peter?
city lights. Yep.
Yeah. So it's just that sometimes I don't want to leave Jerry at home. I should take Jerry out with me.
Yeah. Well, I if you take Jerry, it's better to go like late at night when everybody's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, there's a good car park at Westfields where it shows you the whole of the city. I did
mm,
that with I can't remember what video that was. Anyway, yeah. So that's what's good what Peter's doing, like it's like why I started this channel. You want
mhm.
that you need someone to give you a kick up the bum to say, "Hey, this week is blue week." Blue, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. I can't
Yeah.
remember if I did. Oh, I did blue. I've had the axe.
Oh, yeah, 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 that's right. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was epic. I mean, that looked like proper, like should be, on a cover of a DVD.
Oh, the one with the
Actually, no,
rain or the one with the axe?
the one, not the axe one, the one of the rain. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah. I think
if
I did a video
anything,
on that, didn't I?
yeah, yeah, you did, and it was pissing down
Yeah.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you got
yeah.
your
I mean,
had
I
your
was just in
coat
my
on.
backyard, but
Yeah.
the bare flash. I mean, that's one of the things I do is I just try to make photography not that hard. I mean, don't make it hard.
Well, that's one of the things really that I tuned in is the flash stuff. I mean, I practically bought everything you told me, Rob. Got the old sugar. Yeah, the Godex,
Yeah.
TT350. I got the trigger. Actually, that's my best video, the trigger. I get like
Yeah.
10,000 views on that because I just
Oh,
showed.
that's right. Yeah, that
Yeah,
went viral, right?
that went viral. I don't know why. I only did it for myself because like every time I put the trigger on, I go, how the hell do you sync this up again? I'll make a video and I'll just talk about
Yeah.
uh, the. I think that's a lot of the videos that become successful are the ones where you don't waffle on, because people don't want people waffling on. They just show me how to bloody do it.
Right, right.
Yeah, like for that one anyway. but that's like I said, with your one is the flash. You're the master at flash. You
Well, I have
know,
to do it, I get paid to use Flash, so
that's
I have
why,
to get
yeah.
good at it.
You have,
Yeah.
yeah, with your pro work,
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
if it was like a project, I'd probably never start a project on Flash, like if I wasn't doing it professionally.
yeah,
But
well, I mean, I think if anything is the hardest, it's flash. I mean, everything else, the camera, you know,
mm,
takes care of
I don't
it.
know. Flash is not it's not
No,
hard.
well, I've got to watch more videos.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you saw the one I did, my Bruce Willis one.
Well,
That
then
was
I
just
think the best one you ever did was the where you crushed the light of the window. So like a window pull.
oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I had like
spot
in my dining
spot
room,
metering.
right?
Yeah, and you want the spot metering. I think I've watched that about 50 times just to get the hang of what the hell you're talking about, like how ambient light versus the flashlight
Yeah.
and how and
Light from the
how
flash and
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
have to do
that's
that. I do that every time I go out on a job. I have to do that
yeah.
exact same thing. I have to measure the ambient light and
Well, I
balance
was,
that against
I
the
mean, I was
flash.
even thinking, am I good enough now to even maybe try make a living out of it? Sometimes you think, do you wanna I might that's the hard thing, like, I get scared, like, is the other clients gonna think, is it gonna be
Oh,
good enough for the clients?
it'll be good enough, trust me. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I would never tell anybody to try to make a living in photography.
Oh, right.
You know,
I
trust me,
yeah.
unless, like,
I think, yeah, that's what Joe Edelman said that yesterday in
oh,
the
really? I
stream.
haven't seen that stream yet.
How he does,
Yeah,
I think he did, "What do
every
you wanna get out of"
Wednesday.
yeah, and one guy was saying, "Should I quit my day job?" And Joe's like, "No, no, no, no. Don't quit your day job. Do it
Yeah,
on the side, and if you get good enough and start, and then quit." So
yeah.
that's with anything really. I mean, if your
Oh,
hobby
I know.
becomes, which for me, it's just a hobby, so,
Yeah,
uh
there just aren't really enough photo jobs left that you can work. It's not like you can go and be a journalist, really,
Yeah,
or
well, I think even now, I mean, don't the reporters even? I think the reporters take the photos now. I think they don't probably
yeah.
don't even
I mean,
know.
everybody's got a cell phone, and if you can do video work, operate a camera and all that, maybe. Uh, but even then, they don't get paid that much. The camera guys. Uh,
Yeah.
I only say that because a camera guy for CNN lives in my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
So if he's living in this neighborhood, he ain't making money.
You keep saying, Mary, is it where you Baltimore? Are you
Not Baltimore, not far from Baltimore, but
because
Baltimore's
I heard
maybe 2 hours north of me.
I've heard
But
I think Baltimore has a bad name, doesn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it's got some rough areas. Okay, I'll let Baltimore win. They're a little bit rougher than my neighborhood.
I know they have. I know about them. They got that baseball, the Oreos. Is it the Oreo? O- Baltimore Oreos? Is it the baseball
Yeah,
team?
yeah, the Orioles. Orioles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Orioles. Oh, Orioles. Oreo. That's a
yeah.
cookie. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, not the Oreos, the
Not
Orioles.
the Oreo
But
cookies. No. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, that's yeah. I mean, I watch. That's funny because like when you watch vloggers and that, I get to. I mean, I think I know more about Alexandria than I do about Sydney now. Watching which your hometown and stuff like that.
oh,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's the only place that's up until recently, it was really safe to go there. Um,
Oh, okay. Even
I
there,
mean, they only had like a
that's
couple of years
historic
ago, they
though.
only had like one murder the whole year.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
You go 15 minutes in the other direction where I live, we had about 90.
Oh
Just
no.
just in my county, not like the whole state, just where I live.
Shit. Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, Australia's different. Yeah, I mean, we do have crime and that, I guess,
mhm,
but yeah, no, we're nothing like that. I mean, I guess we've only got 20 million people though. I mean, you probably got
yeah.
20 million just in your town, or in
No,
your
no, my county is
area.
about 1,000,000.
A million just for your county?
Yeah,
Far.
yeah, it's about 1,000,000.
That's amazing.
I think it's,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, America's got 360 million people, though, isn't it?
yeah,
Or
it's a lot of people here.
yeah,
I wish they would
we're
spread out because we got a lot of land too.
yeah, we
But
got all desert. We're all desert. So,
yeah,
which is actually, I got a lot of opportunity here. You know, 'Cause I remember I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying what's going to be big in 2022, and it was like we want to hear more about Australia and the desert and going out and shooting. So I need to
uh-huh.
travel more. But that's another parallel that I've got with you. I haven't traveled in 20 years. My passport expired, and I had nothing in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm like, what the hell?
I know,
Uh,
right?
because I was looking after my dad a lot, and I've got Jerry, and I was
Yeah, I
thinking
was
I'm
looking
buying
after
a
my uncle and I had my dog, you know. It's
yeah.
so
I was thinking,
similar.
so I was
It's
thinking
funny.
maybe
Oh, go
I
ahead.
should buy a camper van. Do the old Thomas Heaton thing. uh,
Oh, I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. Take Jerry with me.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've thought
but
about that, but that's I don't know. I need to have a house.
yeah, same. You need somewhere to sleep at night. I mean,
Yeah,
I could probably still do it. I get a bit scared, like out on the open road with Jerry, but he did it. I mean, I think even Tom Green. Have you ever remember Tom Green? Um,
vaguely.
he's that guy who married Drew Barrymore. He's like the comedian from Canada. He
Yeah, I
did it with
barely.
he did it with his dog, and went
Uh-huh.
around the desert and stuff. But that would make, I mean, that would full on the photography you can get out in the bush, in the wilderness and the desert.
Yeah.
So I'm actually following one guy, Dwayne. He's an Aussie bird life photographer.
Mhm.
Um, and I even buy prints off him. He's that good, He's really good.
Mm.
So that's there. You get inspired by people.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think
but
that's great that you buy other photographers' prints. Um, I
yeah,
know a lot of people, like myself, we just put our own prints up.
yeah. Well, I was thinking of getting a good printer and doing it. Just get a bit lazy. I mean,
I don't
even
know.
I don't even do Instagram a lot. Just chuck it all on YouTube. But Instagram seems to be the way. Everyone, because it's instant. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's that, and then you can drive traffic and like I said before, someone might see your work. I know a few people who got work through
Mhm.
Instagram, like they became discovered through Instagram.
Yep.
um, they go, oh geez, your work's all right. Would you like to do a photo
Well,
shoot?
with Instagram, it's not always about the images or the quality of the work that you do. It's about how many followers do you have?
Oh right.
If you
Yeah.
have 1,000,000 people following you on Instagram and your photos are crap, it won't matter. You'll get
Yeah.
hired,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. It's the
So,
likes.
because
So same
I've
with
seen awesome photography on some accounts, but they don't have that many followers. And then
yeah.
people that I think just produce crap, but they
Well,
got
that's even
100,000 followers.
even on YouTube. I like to scour YouTube and look for photographers,
Mhm.
um, and that don't have many hits. I found a few street photographers. It's like,
Mhm.
far out, you're really good. How come you've only got 100? How come you've only
Yeah.
got 1,000? And like you
Yeah.
really, it's just, I guess, it's a bit of a popularity contest, really. It's like
It
anything.
is. Online, that side of photography, the online side is all about subscribers, likes, follows. all of that stuff. It's all about those kind of metrics
Yeah, yeah,
that
and
that companies can see. I mean, you can't be total shit,
yeah,
and get a lot of
you
followers,
gotta have
but
some talent, yeah.
at the same time, you could be a really incredible photographer, talented and producing, just knocking out of the park with your images. But if you don't have a following, you'll never get hired on the online side,
On the online side, yeah, yeah,
you
because
know.
obviously, online, YouTube, Instagram, it's not the only place. I mean, this
Yeah.
that all came later. This
Yeah.
whole, Peter McKinnon type world came later, but before that, photographers were obviously only known in the industry, you know. Uh,
Yeah, they were only known either they published a book,
yeah,
or
yeah.
they were they were in a gallery,
Gallery or famous.
or they're
That's
really
like,
good. They're in a museum.
yeah. Well,
Um,
I mean, I think even the fashion side of things, people became famous, back in the
yeah, the
60s,
celebrity
you know.
photographers and the
Yeah, that was
magazine
more
covers.
this in the 60s,
Yeah.
really. What's
And
his
that
name? They
that
lit
that industry is still there, but it's very difficult to get in and do well.
Oh, I don't know if I could handle that. Like having someone live in front of you. I tried to do it with my sister and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
very intimidating. Like fashion photography. Uh, but I guess it's like anything. It's like
Mhm.
YouTube. When I first started YouTube, I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But then
Yeah.
you become used to it. I think it's funny. I went and did my nephew's 21st, um, and I was like the unofficial photographer.
Right,
you,
right.
you know what I mean?
So
I'm like,
rough.
yeah. So, Rob, you got a good camera. Can you take photos? I mean, I took it
Yeah.
anyway because I wanted to practice. I had the flash, and I'm like looking around, going, does anyone realize that the flash isn't even on? But you know what I mean? I was very nervous and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to get people to pose and I'm like, yeah, but I guess it's like anything, practice. That's why I watch a lot. I like watching Joe Edelman. He gives, because he's full on fashion.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, Rob, I don't know what genre I like.
Yeah. No, Joe is awesome to watch, and uh but yeah, you'll find something. I found that I really enjoy doing street photography, not so much taking pictures of people, but just the architecture and the scenes.
Yeah, yeah,
Shooting
yeah.
people is a little bit too nerve-wracking in this area. Right? I've gotten yelled at, and
Well, they might shoot you,
or they might shoot me, I don't know.
but not in that sense. With
But
but yeah, no.
you'll find something that, because if you watch the video I did yesterday or day before, where I did I did the bird tracking.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
when I looked up to see what the challenge was, right? City lights.
Oh, yeah, with your phone, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
could see my eyes light up like, ooh, I'm here. This is something I can do because I really like that kind of photography.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was in the
Uh,
city with city lights, yeah.
right,
Uh,
right.
but
And I,
also, you even said with the photo club, which I haven't done here yet. That's
mhm.
what really gets you out more than anything is the photo
Yeah,
clubs.
yeah. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
David Crooks, man, I'd be a hermit on the weekends.
Yeah, well,
I
I
would
mean,
never go
I
out.
haven't. There are clubs here, but with COVID,
Yeah,
yeah, I feel I got a bit weird with it. I'm like, I don't want to hang around people. Like, I mean, I
yeah.
never leave the
And
house.
Australia was really harsh on the lockdowns and stuff. I
Yeah,
heard.
yes. So it's only
So,
now you don't even have to wear a mask, but
hmm.
some people still do. But yeah, with the photo, I mean, you don't do many videos there because you're engrossed. You haven't done a video of the photo club yet, have you? No. Yeah.
No, no. When I go on the photo club walks,
But that's your
I
that's your that's your time.
yeah, that's just it just feels weird. Like if I'm sitting there vlogging and I'm there to kind of talk to people and
Yeah,
interact.
well, that's the beauty of it, meeting
Yeah.
people, meeting new people, sharing. Yeah, I got to do it. I'm just a bit lazy. I,
Make it a
I,
project.
yeah. Well, I did
You're gonna
one.
join 5 photo clubs this year,
That's it. Well,
and
I joined. There was one, the Sydney photography group, and I
mhm,
paid this. The one guy does it. He's a wildlife guy, and it was about birding. It was like $45, and I went along, and that was really good. Where he trains you as a tutorial on
mhm.
photography and stuff, and I bought my bazooka with me, and that was good. All these other people were in the same, we were photographing and that. Funny enough, he
Uh-huh.
shot Olympus.
Yeah.
Me and him were the only ones with Olympus, and he was the trainer, he was the educator.
Oh,
So
wow. And actually, in my
yeah,
club, there's a lot of Olympus shooters.
is there? Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
David is obviously,
I don't
and
know, but I always feel that Olympus are like the black sheep, like the underdogs. You know what I mean? Like they're the forgotten ones.
I
But
don't know. I don't
no,
get
when
that feeling here in this area.
no,
Well, in the photo club I'm in, it feels like, half the people there are shooting Olympus.
well, well, that's weird. When you kind of look online and no one's talking about them anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously now it's different. Obviously, when they sold, that's probably why. Um, you know,
Yeah, that's true. Well, they didn't make cameras for like a year,
yeah. Well, the
right?
wind,
So,
yeah, a
and
bit of the wind,
Panasonic is about video and
yeah. Well, a bit of the wind in their sails after when they sold. Everyone, yeah. But now, obviously, they're back again. So,
yeah, the OM1 is definitely up there.
and
I
yeah,
mean, I hope it sticks. Uh, because honestly, none of the specs it has really stand out over anything else that's out there.
but
But
even even when
but it
you like when you first turned it on, you'd noticed it's got that extra horsepower. Have you noticed that? Like the
not just
speed
turning
and
it on, no, but
you know what I mean?
um
Like that computational wise, it feels like you've moved from like you've got the latest Pentium processor now. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's a little snappier and it definitely the processing is a lot faster. But
All
when you're
right.
just taking normal photographs, uh, like I do just in the street in Alexandria, there's not much difference between that and a EM10,
Oh yeah,
honestly. It's like
yeah.
if you're just taking photos,
Oh,
I mean, any camera in the last 10 years can take a decent photo.
gotta love the EM10.
Yeah, the EM10 is awesome. I love that
I even
10.
I even bought the $300. Can't believe it. I don't think the lady knew what she was selling. But yeah, I just
Love.
love the. Now this
That's a
is, I mean,
collector's one.
yeah, it's a collector. Yeah, well, I've
Yeah.
already I've already dropped it though. But yeah, I mean, I fell in love with the EM10 so much. I mean, the first until I bought this. I mean, I still take it out. I mean, it's still
Mhm.
capable. It's like what you said all the time. It's got everything that you need. You know,
Yeah. Got
um,
everything.
everything that you need. Well, it doesn't have C1s, but you can use the function buttons.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
it has the my sets, right?
my sets,
Then
yeah.
and you program those to the
So,
buttons. I don't know
uh,
why they
it,
got rid of those on the M10, the Mark III and the Mark IV.
it's like I think one of the best videos you did was the second series. They nailed it.
Oh yeah, still the best, I think I called it.
And it's true. It's like the second series of all their cameras. They must have just pumped all their R&D into it, made it the best camera ever. Then they
Yeah.
started to realize, what the hell? We need to start crippling some of this. This is too good for the price. They get the old cripple hammer.
Yeah, I don't know why they I mean, I don't mind the plastic bodies, but
Oh, nothing beats
it
the.
was sort of like their signature was an all metal build, right? It was their signature. When you bought a camera from Olympus, you picked it up and it felt like a quality piece of gear.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough.
Now, when you pick up one, the M10s now, beautiful cameras, but you pick them up and they don't feel like they feel like a modern camera. They don't feel like a solid quality piece that you're going to have in 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
With the body, and yeah, well, obviously the material they're using to get that lighter, I guess. Yeah,
yeah,
to
it
make
makes them
everything
lighter
lighter.
and in some ways more durable, really, but it's
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Well, like
Uh,
I've never used anything. I mean, this Sony was the first camera that I bought that wasn't. I kind of want to see what the hell full frame's all about. Just for
mhm,
the hell of it. I
yeah.
just I want to test one and goes, oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to give me any more benefit as a
Well, you
hobbyist.
can try Nikon D600. You can get those pretty cheap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was
Uh,
even thinking of a Canon 5D Mark III or two, which is a
yeah, 2 or
DS.
3, either one. Those are good
Yeah,
cameras.
they're really cheap now. They were professional back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, they're only 12 megapixels, but that's all
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just suggested a D600 or D750. Well, D600's a lot cheaper because it's relatively small for a DSLR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's full frame, is it?
yeah, the Canon 5Ds, they're kind of bulky cameras. You may not
Oh,
like them. You might, I don't know. Um,
oh, the Nikon. Yeah, I've never owned a Nikon.
yeah,
Yeah, so all right, that's good.
the classics are like the D700. That's an excellent full frame camera. It's
But
only
you had
12 megapixels, but it's pretty nice.
a 750 or 850.
I had a 750. I traded it and I got the DF with Randy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
No, I
was an
watch
awesome trade.
yeah. Well, I watch Randy's show too. He's funny. Uh,
Mhm.
I'll see you on the next segment.
Yeah.
He's out in the desert. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's why I like.
Right.
It's good having a little community like this.
Mhm.
In fact, this is our photo club.
Yeah,
you know,
well, there you go. That's
you
right.
know. It's just
I mean,
this is
because
the
I see
online.
a lot of the same faces or people in the chat, and they're
Yeah.
very forgiving. We could talk about anything like losing weight, and they'll
Yeah.
still be here.
We haven't touched on Star Trek yet.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, I
So,
think I think we're very lucky to
but
have the
that this
audiences that we do.
well, this is like the equivalent of the online version of the photo club where you walk, except where we should all do a virtual photo club, where we're
Yeah.
all.
Well, I that's why like in my last 2 or 3 streams, I put a link down below. Anybody can
Yeah,
join in,
yeah.
Why not?
Well, I was going
Not
to
many
join
people.
it. Well, I
Well, now
was
you
going to join
can.
it. Yeah, well, I was, but I was in my pajamas.
Oh, well, just come
Just,
on by. Just don't turn on the camera. Just turn on the audio,
oh yeah, yeah.
you
I'm
know?
half asleep. So
But
yeah, well, that's good. Yeah.
let me try and wrap it up a little bit here. What would you say your goals are now at this point? Like you're still finding yourself a little bit in your direction in photography, but do you have like any one thing that you want to do in photography?
Well, I think more is to obviously practice more and more and more. But my
Mm-hmm.
goal really is to, I guess, try and get as creative as I can for the channel. Obviously, that's one goal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think, I mean, I don't really have a goal to move into professional work or anything like that.
Right, right.
But just like to get, consistently epic shots, and really, well, I mean, that's big. That's a big goal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't
Uh,
mean to laugh. I just
nah, But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, look at like the bucket. Oh, you know, what do they call it? The bucket shot. Peter McKinnon's bucket shot.
Oh, is that what he call? I don't watch his channel,
Oh,
but
you don't watch it? Yeah, he's all right. You know, he everyone bags him because he became so popular and that, but he's pretty fun. You know, he's got that, yeah, you know, sort of down to earth. But I guess like a goal just to get better, really. You know,
hmm
not take it too serious. I don't know. It's like
yeah, just
anything.
have
You've
fun,
got,
right? That's
yeah,
your
have to
goal is
have
to,
more fun. You know, and you know,
yeah,
my goal is to get Jerry to take the photos so I can sit back and relax.
yeah. Just send her out. So
I'm gonna
you
try.
named her Jerry. Did you name it after like Jerry Ryan,
Who's that? Jerry
Seven of
Ryan.
Nine in Star Trek?
Oh, is that her name, is it? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. I think, well, no, I think it was Jerry Lewis.
Oh, Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, me and my dad used to like watching the old classics, you know, Abbott and Costello, Jerry Lewis,
Yeah.
and
So I
every
thought
dog
Jerry
we
was a girl.
she is, yeah. But we've named all our girl dogs after boys. So
Oh, okay.
there's my dad. Yeah, the last dog was Charlie. She was a girl.
Okay. That's why I'm so confused.
Yeah. Well, I guess Jerry Hall. Uh,
Yeah.
or Jerry Ryan. There you go.
Right.
So
But Jerry Ryan is definitely,
yeah, Jerry with a G then.
yeah, if she wasn't married already, you know,
Oh well.
it's either her or Jennifer Aniston, you know. All the names that
Well,
start with J, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston,
yeah. Jerry's. Where is she? She's sleeping. You can probably see her.
yeah.
There she is.
Yeah, I
Come on,
love your little
Sony.
tippy
Oh
tail
yeah.
shots and
Well, I
yeah,
needed a hook. So there you go.
literally.
I've got the Sony has that preview mode. You know the
Oh,
it didn't focus on Jerry there. There you go. She's lying down.
oh, okay.
So
Yeah. I
that's
have
there.
the
That's
EM10 Mark II. Oh, it did focus
almost. There you go.
slowly. Oh,
Sony Z. s- There you
yeah.
go.
EM10 Mark II. It's slow.
Bit
But I
slow.
think
Sony ZV-1. Well, that's a feature though of it.
yeah, hold
Yeah.
on. I
That's why
probably
I
got
bought
some
it.
settings off
That's why I bought it actually for if I want to start doing more, you
just to be
know.
on my stream today. Oh.
No, to do what do you call it? Like videos of showing stuff in front of the camera, vlogs like that. It's good for that. This
Oh, oh.
it's a feature called Showcase or something. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Showcase.
Yeah, you're gonna
Uh,
be like Tony Northrup, right?
yeah.
Always putting the camera like this. I got
Yeah.
the Canon new
Yeah. Yeah.
R5 right here, and we're gonna compare it against the Nikon Z9 and Sony A1.
Well, you need the toner for that. So you need the full on, the lowest aperture you can get.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
believe
he's
it's almost become a meme now on in the YouTube circle. Uh, the word toner.
yeah, yeah. Casey over there, Camera
Yeah,
Conspiracies did it.
and it's funny. You even see it on other people talking about it. I mean, it's a compliment, really, when you become that famous. You know,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
someone's actually named
I don't know if
aperture.
famous is the
Uh,
right word. I think
well, you know what.
notorious is
Well,
better.
you know what I mean. You know
Yeah,
what I mean. Someone's named bouquet after you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
He's a bit
that's what he.
notorious. I love that video he did about, he needs help. They need an intervention
Oh,
because he
yeah. I mean, I think the
yeah.
biggest the biggest thing is the whole equivalency thing. I mean, I still don't understand it. Uh,
I
the
know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not opening up that can of worms on my channel.
I
That's
know.
all
All
I
right.
know. Because
All right,
people
Rob. Sorry. Yeah.
no, no,
You'll
people
go.
are always asking me and I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is this is the sensor. There's the sensor. It gathers this
Yeah.
much light. I don't know. And
I mean,
then
again, like let's not make
equivalency.
photography hard, okay?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
It's like
it's all to do with light gathering and sensors. For me, I mean, I wouldn't even know what, you know, uh, what equivalency I'm at, you know. So as long as it's in frame and I can get focus, I'm happy. Y-
exactly. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't
So,
mind an academic discussion once in a while,
well,
but
I'm sure
I'm
there's
not
some
putting it
science.
on my channel though.
No, I'm sure we'll have to get a scientist in to fully explain it once and for all.
You would think a scientist could like resolve it, right? But
A,
they never come on either. They know better.
a physicist. You get a physicist on here to explain the laws of I don't know.
Trust me, they're still arguing whether light is particle or a wave, you know.
Oh, okay. The
Um,
photons. All
yeah.
I know is photon torpedoes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, light acts like a particle sometimes, but it's technically it's a wave, but you
oh
measure
Jesus,
it
now you're
as
getting
a, you
into
know what I mean? There's still scientists
quant.
that are debating that in of
That's all
itself.
like quantum mechanics or something.
I don't
Mm.
know. It's over my head. I mean, like I said, I don't mind an academic discussion, but like I said, I'm not doing a video on my channel and opening up that can of worms.
With the equivalency, you know. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, in terms of exposure,
the only
F8 is F8.
the only equivalency that I like is the crop two. That's the best equivalency because your lens can go, you know, double whatever. And you know, if I can get that lens for $1,700 and it's
Yeah,
an 800 millimeter equivalent, bonus.
I know.
uh,
But then, people say, well, it's not as sharp. It doesn't gather as
oh
much
right,
light.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you're not going to get the same quality. It's okay. So what do I do? Spend $10,000 more?
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Well,
come on, you know?
that's $10,000 in chiropractor bills. Walking around, you know, that's
Yeah,
chuck another 10 grand on top, you know, with lugging those
right.
things around. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, anyhow,
Yeah, well, that's good.
let me
Thanks,
wrap it
Rob.
up for us here
Thanks.
because I really appreciate you coming on though, Roberto, because
Yeah, I mean,
I
I was
think,
thinking, what? I really, it was like an honor, you know. I've been a fan for 2 years, watching your show. I'm like,
uh,
and now being on it, you know, it's unreal.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's trust me, I'm nobody on YouTube, really.
Oh well, I
I
mean,
mean, I
to
have a few fans, but
our little community, well,
yeah, but
that's like
that's
well, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank all our group, you know, to thank you for I mean, it's not easy making tutorials and videos every week, really. I mean,
mhm,
you haven't had a week off, have you?
I don't know. I don't feel
You
like
need,
I'm working though when I do these
no,
streams and I make videos.
but you know what I mean, yeah. Every week, consistently,
Yeah.
it's the training wise. I mean, I know a lot of people here in the chat and that they're all here because of the training, you know,
Mm.
and also the photo walks and everything, just hanging out really. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone likes to
that's all
hang
I
out.
that's
So
all we do, right? We just do the photo walks and try and share a few tips along the way, what we learned, you
and
know.
I think I mean learning it is very daunting, with the manual.
Mhm.
So your videos, the help. I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't know half the shit if it wasn't for your videos. I'm
Well, I
telling you now,
try.
I mean, other
It's
people too. Like, it's not just you, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of good
yeah,
subscribers. A lot of good channels out there. Robin and Peter and Jimmy and
yeah, well,
Maddie and Joe and
you
so
know,
many good channels. Emily, Natalie,
yeah,
um,
the,
Ariana that I had on the other day. I mean, there's
yeah,
so many great photographers out there that just start a channel like us, right?
yeah.
And just share our journey in photography. It's
Well,
not
that's
about
it. It's the sharing the journey. Yeah, is
mhm.
really. Uh,
And that's
yeah,
why I really wanted to bring you on is so that people can watch your channel and see your journey because I think,
Oh, if
um,
you don't mind a few fart jokes here and there, like,
yeah,
but I try to keep it light, and
yeah,
just come up with some zany ideas. I loved
yeah,
last year was all about film. I
hmm
loved the whole film thing. Um,
yeah. I
you
love
know,
that video you did about buying a camera. You ended up with that little Holga.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great video. That's what I mean. I don't know. Somehow I just connect with your humor. I just find it.
Well,
You're really funny, and
that Russian one, I don't know what the hell I was buying that for. I mean, it's probably a really good camera. I think I bought a lot of the cameras from that E6 guy, the Craig E6 photography. Um, uh,
E6
yeah, him.
vlogs.
Yeah, I like his work. He's really inspiring the stuff
Yeah,
that he
yeah, he's
does.
great.
Yeah, I mean, he's a proper
I
photographer.
think he's
So
starting to publish again
yeah.
some videos.
Yeah, but he was saying, you don't need all this fancy gear because he did Olympus too. He's got a
Yeah,
pinhole camera. He had a Holga. That's how I got into Holga.
yeah.
I fluked some of those. I got that one awesome shot with a double negative, double exposure. I didn't
hmm
even know. I don't even remember. I must have
Oh
not
yeah, I
advanced.
remember that in your video, and it came
I'm
out
like,
awesome. It had like
uh,
trees or something.
yeah, and it was like perfectly framed. I'm like, it freaked me out. I
Yeah,
thought. Oh man, that's how the hell did I do that? I don't even remember doing that.
I
Like,
know.
I
I've
mustn't
had
have
shots
advanced
like
at
that on
all.
digital. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. So, and then I tried. I wanted to try the medium format. So, well, you got that Hasselblad. That's unreal. So,
Yeah, I'm going out tomorrow with uh one of the viewers here.
oh wow. So that's
Yeah.
the same
I'm
too. Everything's reversed, is it? When you look
what?
at a Hasselblad, when you look down on a
Yeah, yeah,
Hasselblad,
it's a
it's all.
mirror image. Yeah.
I said they're all like that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So when I turn this way, everything moves that way. It's weird.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was only the twin SLRs. So,
No,
well,
no,
this
it's
is
the same on the Hassie
yeah,
or the Blad,
yeah,
the Hasselblad. I don't know what
yeah.
people
No,
have all kinds of
I call
slangs
it
for it.
The David Hasselhoff camera. So,
Oh, is that what David Hasselhoff used?
no, no, because it sounds like it.
Oh, oh, right.
No,
Well,
no
okay,
worries.
Roberto.
Like I
Thanks
said,
for
dumb
coming on
jokes.
today. I appreciate it,
No
and thanks
worries.
everybody out there that joined us today. I hope you get to know Robert a little better and go check out his channel if you haven't
Yeah, yeah,
already.
that's fine. Yeah, no, thanks
And
for having
everyone,
me, Rob.
yep,
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. My channel is just all about, just mucking around with the camera, having fun. You know what I mean? Nothing too
yeah, yeah,
serious.
and
And it's mainly Olympus, and I'll
yeah,
chuck a few old film cameras here and there. But other than that, it's just me and my dog Jerry. She's gonna say
yeah.
say goodbye, but
No, that's fine. And like I said, start streaming on your own now that you know how to connect.
yeah, well, uh, I should try. Yeah, I'll try a test one next week, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you set it up, I'll tell everybody on my stream to set up go to yours after
I
mine or something.
maybe pick one topic every week or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can
Yeah.
come into my stream because I put the links down. Just come into my stream
Oh
and tell
yeah. I mean,
everybody when you're
I'm
gonna.
always there. If I'm awake at 2 o'clock, sometimes I'll stay
That's
up.
right.
Yeah.
It's like 2 o'clock
So
in the morning for you. But okay,
no, I
everyone have a good weekend. I will be
no
back on
worries.
Sunday maybe. I might go out to a car race or something this weekend. So I'm not sure about this Sunday, but other than that, thanks again, Robert, and thanks everybody for coming in. We'll see you guys again next time.
No worries. Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.